And welcome back, Grillman's Garage. We're outside today. A little chilly. It's about 5 or 6 degrees Celsius, and we've got the DJI Mini 5 Pro, but we've got a waypoint map mission. Okay, so if you saw my last video on the orbit, how we can do orbits with waypoints, we went over the waypoint map and we made an orbit for the house because we were a little off and it had too many waypoints. We had 84 waypoints, and my calculations were that if you had anything over 50, you weren't going to be able to use your screen recorder. Now, I did dump in one by accident, and I converted it and everything else, that had 320 waypoints in it. It was a big radius around the pit over there. And it basically crashed the system. It wouldn't even open up. Well, it opened up for about 30 seconds, and I was trying to move the map around, and then it just went completely blank. So there is a limit. They say it's 200. Okay, so this one's 64, just around the house, 60 meters up, 45 degree on the angle, around 64. Let's have a shot. Okay, this camera here is at 2.7. We're gonna go 4K at whatever it is, and we're gonna see what happens. Okay, we're almost ready to go. We're right here. It's on the pad here, on the picnic table, but I put a blanket down. So is it gonna land? It's all an adventure, I don't know. Let's get up in the air. We got here 4K at 50. Well, let's let's go 4K, all bent for leather here. 4K 60, whatever happens, happens, okay? 64 waypoints, I believe. I think I've got it all figured out. Let's get it up. It's just above the house, just pointing down around the house, a little circle, and we're gonna go from there, okay? So let's get it up first. Here we go, boom, and there it is. And it says, home point has been updated. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. Okay, here we go, forward. Okay, let's get it forward there. Okay, up and that way. I should actually just try the regular return to home instead of this optimal stuff. Maybe that's better. We're up at 35, 40, 50. Beautiful day today. Look at that, okay? So, let's get into the waypoint. We got a screen recorder going. How long is the screen recorder going to go? Okay, 64. Let's have a look. It might cut out on us. You'll hear that double chime. If it does, I might put in the flight recorder because the flight record shows the actual circle. But we'll go from there. Have a look. It's a learning curve, okay? Then we hit the menu and have it labeled as number 1. See the big circle there? Boom. Is it going to load? It's going to try and load it. 64 of them. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the first one starts the camera. Okay, global speed 50. Heading gimbal 50 degrees. I've got them all at 50 degrees. Okay. Let's go to the very end. What's that Chinese word? There it is. Okay. It stopped already. It stopped it. Some Chinese writing comes up. I don't know what it is. I hope I got it on camera this time. I don't know. But when we go to here, it's still there. Okay. Well, let's get out of this and do it again because I think I moved something there. Okay. Exit without saving. There we go. Okay. Let's shrink this down a bit. Okay, there we go. And we're going to try this again. We're going to go down here. There's some writing there. I don't know what the writing says. Let's see what happens if I can get it like and get this writing. See the writing? Okay, I'm going to try that again, just maybe a little farther out. It disappears. Don't know what that writing is, but we're going to see anyway. So we're going to get into this. We're going to look. Gonna go to there. We know we can't do it. 64 is stop recording. 50, okay. It says it's about a 4-minute flight. 1, start recording, 50 minutes, okay, great, awesome. Let's go next, and go. It's gonna be somewhere. Where are we? There we are. There it is. It's doing something. There we are. Okay. It started it. We're going to see what happens. Sorry about all this. I was in the chat room with DJI yesterday for about an hour, trying to figure out why this happened. And they always said, well, can you give me a screen recording? I said, no, because the screen recording stops. And there's some Chinese writing up, so I'm hoping this Chinese writing gives me some indication of what happened. Maybe, okay? But it still does do the actual Waypoint mission, and it's recording it. It just won't do two things at the same time, because the internal CPU now is basically recording a cache file, which is a video, and it's 720p. It's also trying to do a 1080p screen recording. Plus, it's trying to calculate a 64 position waypoint mission, which I guess it's having a hard time doing. So anything over that 50 or 60, I guess it is, you're going to have a problem, okay? I had one at 50, I think we'll have a look at see what the big one was that I had around Boyd Lake. Oh no, did I have around Boyd Lake? No, I had around the subdivision here. How many I had? I think I only had about 18 or 20. And around the lake I had 54. And the 54 one cut out about 3/4 of the way through. It just stopped the screen recorder. But the 34 one did it okay. So there you go. So somewhere between 34 and 54, something happens there, okay? So where are we now? We're at the bottom here. It's about 7 o'clock. I think, can I move this stuff? No? Okay, can't move the red stuff on the bottom, but have a look. See what you can have a look here at. Okay, I'm going to hold it away this time so it's kind of in focus better. Last time I wasn't in focus when I tried to do this. So we're going to hold it about, 12 inches away and see if that's any good. Okay? And you can see it moving around the house on the bottom. Okay, try and be a little bit steady there. You see the blue flashes at the bottom about 7 o'clock? The arrow? Yeah. And that's it. That's at 50 degrees. So I might be a little bit low. It should be maybe 40 degrees. Okay? And this is a 4-minute. I should be able to go around twice. But I'm not going to. What I will do is I'll have it land and then I'll take off and do another one and I'll tell you if there's any difference. Maybe I'll run the better one at the end as a video. Okay, I like putting these at the end now because they don't have to do any editing. It's so hard to edit this 4K video stuff. So we're going to see. And I like the DJI one because it's smooth for the most part. Now this is a custom. Let's get out of that. These are custom waypoints. Now just let me flip this thing here because it's not on. There we go. Okay. This is a custom waypoint mission made by waypointmap.com. I would imagine because the waypoints are there, the KMZ file is still there. Just a minute, I have to... Penny, come here. 'Tis the season for rabbit raisins, and that's not good for these puppies. but they like them. Anyway, go up there. Okay. She's trudging around here. Oh, and we have the white balance at 5200. We dropped it down from 54 to 52. See if it's any better. Whatever. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's almost finished. And then we're going to watch the green mile come in and down. Okay, see where it lands. And then have a break, have a conclusion, and during that break I'll take it up again. So there we go. It stopped. And why isn't it not coming home? Ooh, I didn't check that. So we'll have to hit the return to home button here. There we go. And it's coming home. So remind me when I run this again to myself, I've got to make sure it's got that return to home and continue. Because all the stuff that Waypoint puts in doesn't get transposed to this. You have to go through everything. I didn't do that this time. Okay. Here it comes. Oh yeah, it's coming in nice and slow. We're going to step back and watch it come in here. Out of harm's way, but I've still got my finger on the pulse just in case. It's coming in the exact same way as it went out. Okay, you can stop anytime now. Stop, 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 stop. Nope. I don't know what it is, okay? I just don't know what it is. Okay, let's turn it around. There we go. Forward. There we go. Okay, forward a little bit. Okay, up and down. There we go. Okay, let's put it on the mat here. Again. So there you go. We'll come back at the end of the conclusion, okay? Well, we're going to have it up a second time now because we've got lots of juice left. Okay, we still got it going. Here we go. Get out of that. There we go. Okay, up we go. Up it goes. You see Penny down there? Here we go, forward. Okay, that way and up. And we're going up, 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 and we're gonna go up to about 30 or 40, and there we go. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Now we know we can't take a screen recording, so we're gonna go in here. 4K at 60. Okay. We're gonna go into our thing. Pick our orbit. Okay. See if we can find our orbit. Here we go. There it is. Okay. At the end, well, the globally thing here, we want it not to hover. We want it, because we didn't do this last time, and we don't want it end of flight. We want it to return to home and continue. That's what we didn't do last time. Okay. And we want to change the 50 to 45 or 40. 41, well, 40, there we go. Okay, and apply to all. There we go. And if we go back to here, go to the very beginning, number 1, it's 40, and it's camera action starts. Okay, we're good to go. Let's go and go. There we go. A little bit. See, it's really hard to manipulate it now because it's so big. It's only 64. But anyway, and we're going to see it's going to start the recording here pretty soon when it gets up there. Let's see if we can just make it a little bit bigger. Maybe not. Anyway, we can see it there. We know we can't do a screen recording. This is what it looks like. It started the recording now. That's what it looks like. Okay, it's right at the top, and it's going to go clockwise around. It started taking the video, and the puppies are going crazy. Okay, and this is on the same battery, standard battery. We've got 58% or so. So we should have enough to get around and back. So that's 2. Okay, I do have a plus battery, but I might send that back because I've got 3 standard batteries. And if I can get a long waypoint mission with 50 or 60 waypoints, that's not too bad. I guess it depends on how far the waypoints are. Okay, but there we go. What are you doing, guy? Well, I tell you, come here, buddy. That's a good girl. Yeah, I know. Puppies, you gotta look after them like kids. There they are. Okay. They're almost 3. What's now? It's almost November. Now, a couple 3 weeks, they'll be 3 years old. So, this is when they start to fill out, okay? Because anything with a Rottweiler Mastiff, for the first couple of years, they kind of grow and get their strength a little bit, but then, then they start to bulk out, okay? For the next 2 or 3 years, they start to really bulk out. We've had Rotties all our lives, basically. And about the 3 or 4 year mark, they start just going, that's when they get that look, if you will, okay? Right now, she's still puppy, and yeah, there you go. She's a good girl. Sometimes. I call it selective hearing or selective obedience. There you go. So where are we now? We're down at 6 o'clock. Okay, there we go. I might bring up the flight log. Here it is, 6 o'clock, right at the very bottom there. That's where it's at. Okay, you see the flashing blue in between? It's at number 34, 35. There you go. Oh, I've got to change this. There we go. I keep forgetting on the Action 4, the screen at the front goes out after a couple of minutes, and it's nice to be going out of frame and the other side of the frame, and it's nice to know where you are. I've never had a camera do that. I tried to do that with my S7 Edge on the front camera, but with those, the front cameras are mirrored, and then you got to switch it in post, and something happened to that one and ended up getting fogged behind it, and I could never fix it, so I stopped using it. Where are we here? We're at number 9 o'clock. Excuse me. Well, we got the grass all done yesterday, and all the leaves blown away and cut and all that. I think I'm going to have to do it again. 98%, 90% of the leaves have fallen. I got one tree here that doesn't want to lose its leaves. It's a sugar maple. Doesn't want to lose its leaves. They're all yellow. And there's another big one in the back, but that's lost its leaves. So I've just got the one up here that hasn't really lost much of its leaves yet. Don't know. Sometimes there are trees that just, they don't. Some years they lose them all, and some years they only lose about half of them. So it's up there, and this one is at 40 degrees, I think it was. See how different that is. And from what I'm looking, I don't know why. Why would that be? Wow, I'm going to have to go even less, like 20%, for it to look into the middle. Oh well. There we are, and the Green Mile. Here it comes. This is the Green Mile. Let's watch the Green Mile. Sorry you gotta do this, but... Oop. There's the Green Mile. It's coming in. Coming in right there. Before it hits me in the head. I better move. I wouldn't want to get hit in the head. It's coming in again. I can't explain it. I have no idea. We were out at Walkerton the other day, and it worked perfectly. It came around and was going to go right down. Perfect. I don't know what it is. Who knows? Okay, there we go. Okay, get that out and save and exit, I guess. Yep. There we go. Okay, and forward. There we go. Up and down. There we go. Let's put that there. So there you have it. The RC2 DJI Mini 5 Pro Waypoint mission made by waypointmap.com, and I like it for the orbits, but it puts an awful lot of waypoints in a small area, you know, so you can't really do a screen recording. I'd like to do one and get it right, get the angles right, and do a big one of the pit over here, but I would never be able to screen record it unless I kind of just put this up against another action camera and let it record from the front, maybe. Then I get all, well, I don't know what to do. But we know that if you have an abundance of waypoints, that it's not really going to work out well. Okay, you can't screen record, and the more you have over 50, it's really hard to manipulate it on the map because you can't move it around that quickly. It's not responsive. What's it called? Lag, I guess it is. You move, it doesn't move, and then 3, 4, 5 seconds later it kind of moves a little bit. So we ran into that problem a lot. Okay, so if you have a complicated waypoint mission, the RC2 controller, the CPU is just not powerful enough. Now then, having said that, if you had the, what is it, the N2 or the N3? The handheld controller. Anyway, if you had that and a new phone or a new tablet that has lots of CPU power, I'd like to see somebody try that, okay? Because I don't have the N2 or whatever it is, N3. I don't have that controller. But if someone has that controller and wants to load in one with 70 or 80 waypoints and try and manipulate it on the map, if it still moves around, then that's the problem. That'll prove that the RC2 is way underpowered to do what they say it's going to do, because they actually say it will do up to a 200-point waypoint mission. Okay, that's what DJI says. Okay, so we're going to do that. Okay, in our next video, we're going to go and we're going to make 150 or 180 waypoint mission and see if it'll actually fly it. Anyway, till then, take care. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the bell, buy me a coffee. I'm starting to get cold, and enjoy the movie at the end. Okay? Bye now.